Hello Cancer, welcome to my channel. I'm Rebecca Gabrielle. So I am going to be doing your card reading for the month of December into the first part of January. I hope you are well, and I'm really grateful to see you here on my channel, and if you are new to my channel, a very warm welcome to you. And as you know, Cancer, this can be for your sun sign, your moon sign, or your rising sign, so any one of those, it's applicable to you. So my friends, let's get into your reading to see what's coming up for you. I'm just going to pull a card from the Angel Oracle deck here. They're asking you to listen carefully to angel whispers, that little inner knowing, that inside voice that prompts you to do something. It's a little bit like listening to your intuition, but your angels and spirit guides are definitely there to help you, to remind you, to nudge you in the right direction. So that's a little bit of a heads up. So I like that. It's knowing that we've always got the guidance there, especially if we are prepared to listen and tune into that. It's great to know that we're not alone. So I'll pull a few cards from the Energy Oracle deck, Cancer, to see what's coming up, where your energy's focused. Very nice. So Cancer, it seems like there is an opportunity here. We've got the Door to Value card. The Door to Value. How do you see your value? What are the opportunities around you? I feel like something is presenting itself, and the first thing that came to mind was property, and I don't know why. So there is something here that can potentially increase your financial abundance. It is also the pathway that you focus on. So whether it be your business or your purpose or some project that is front of mind for you and meaningful to you, when you persist with this and you follow the angel's guidance, it leads to more value and more opportunity for you. Now, with that in mind, the reason why I started to lean towards property, and it doesn't have to be that, mind you, is that we've got the card contract here, which is some kind of agreement. Now, that agreement could be a collaboration in a business opportunity. It could be something that you decide to invest in. It could be some other arrangement that's going to lead to more prosperity, more progress and improvement in your life. Now, at this point in time, you may not have all of the details, and so to really access this door to value, it's important to do a little bit of research to understand what a particular option could give you in the future. What's the pathway and what are some likely outcomes? How could you improve that agreement? Is there some wriggle room for flexibility and negotiation? So still feel that that is what needs to happen first, but what you're aiming for is a win-win situation, and a situation where you feel really comfortable with whoever you decide to go into an agreement with. Everything will be balanced out to work in your favor. Just do your homework. And next we have the fourth chakra, Archangel Raphael. When we look at this combined with the other messages, it really is saying, trust your heart, follow where your heart leads you, what feels right. Combine that with the angel whispers. I feel that you're able to trust your inner wisdom. Listen to your higher self when it comes to decision making. You know, when we are keeping our awareness open, looking for the signs, feeling in our heart space, what does it feel like the right thing to do? That's what Spirit is asking you to trust and to move forward with. Doing the right thing that you feel is the right thing, Cancer. A nice way to begin the reading. So I get the feeling that this is not necessarily an instant decision, but is in over the next month, 2 or more time frame. But you're starting to formulate your ideas and taking some action steps now. So as you do that, trust your heart, trust your intuition, and that spiritual guidance. All right, let's pull a few cards from the Quantum Oracle deck for you, Cancer. Thank you, Spirit Guides and Angels. Okay. I love that the first card that comes up is Great Gratitude, and whenever I pull this card, it always says to me, again, listening for the signs, the angelic guidance, the spiritual guidance, trusting your intuition. When we're in that space that we're in a place of gratitude for what is in our life, for who we are, what we have, the lessons that we're having, the opportunities, I think that's when we give ourselves the space and the energy, and we are most receptive to the guidance that's coming in for us to support us. Being grateful opens our heart and opens, which, you know, we had here. When we open our heart, we seem to tap into what feels like the right pathway. So when we combine that with some planning and action, Cancer, I think this really puts you in a good position for making good decisions. Planning and preparation is really important as you look ahead for what it is that you want to achieve. So, before you sign any agreements or sign any contracts, go and look at various options, Cancer, for what else could be, and use that as part of your planning and preparation. Because without that, we may get into a situation where we miss something and we experience a decrease in our finances or a decrease in the opportunity or the investment. And be very mindful of the hidden motivations of others. So sometimes opportunities may present and look very lovely on the outside, but we need to look a little bit further as to what else could be an influencing factor that you may need to be aware of. Now, hidden motivations could speak about someone else's motivation, but it could also be a reflection of what your intentions are. Are you coming from your heart space? Are you doing what you feel is for the greater good? What are your motivations, Cancer, for something that you're planning and preparing for? Perhaps they're very positive motivations. Perhaps it's about how you can build a beautiful life going forward. So inside here, we've got a castle and children playing and what seems to be a lot of joy and abundance. So perhaps, Cancer, you are planning for a more prosperous future. Remember, come back to your heart, do what you feel is right for you. Planning and preparation will help ensure that there is no decrease, but only an increase in your prosperity. Lovely. So let's take a look at the Psychic Tarot deck. Thank you, Spirit Guides and Angels. This is a lovely heads up for you, Cancer, on how to move forward. Things to consider. Yes. Feels like a very deep and meaningful card reading for you, Cancer. We've got stand your ground here. Stand your ground in terms of doing what you feel is right for you, and coming back to heart-based motivations and intentions, trusting your own judgment and trusting your higher self and the wisdom that's coming in for you for your way forward. Okay? Now, what is this about suffering in silence? It seems to me for a little bit, Cancer, that you've had things on your mind that have been troubling you a little bit here. You're taking a bit of time out to think something through and perhaps to see the opportunities ahead. And again, we go back to that planning and preparation and taking action. This is about having a bit of a strategy and a little bit of foresight for how you'd like to create your future. So rather than coming from a place of fear and worry, wouldn't it make sense, Cancer, to spend a little bit of time in planning for the way forward? And that reduces the fear, a little bit of the unknown, reduces the risk. So using this time to think ahead will reduce any sense of feeling alone or unsure or uncertain. I do get the feeling, Cancer, that at the moment you're in that place where you are trying to sort yourself out mentally and emotionally. So perhaps you're feeling a little bit withdrawn at the moment. Put these two cards together, it's a little bit like the Hermit card, a time for some peace and quiet, just to reflect on what's most important for you, and that's a good thing. And I like the fact that we're on top of the mountain to try and get some clarity, and we're by the sea to help cleanse ourselves of any toxic energy and to be in nature to ground ourselves. That's really beautiful. So there are different ways that we can come back to ourselves and give ourselves a little bit of time, slowing the pace down somewhat, to tune in to what you feel is right for you and is in your heart. This is also a really good way to avoid any obstacles and challenges that come our way. It gives us clarity when we slow down and we look ahead and we look for the potential opportunities in order to avoid the pitfalls. And sometimes too, it's really important to see, well, am I focusing on the long term, or am I only focusing on what's immediately in front of me? In which case we can unfortunately get a little bit too focused on, well, all of the problems and the things that we don't want, when I really feel that the energy of planning and taking action, preparing, helps us to see the long distance rather than just what's immediately in front of us. So if we're taking action to remove some pain or to act quickly on something without a lot of forethought, then we could end up in a little bit of bother. So I feel like Spirit is saying, slow it down, give yourself time to see something through, to plan it out, to give yourself time to even think of other options. And that way you're looking at the long term rather than just what's immediately in front of you. Sounds like good advice to me. All right, let's take a look at the Archangel Power Tarot deck. Thank you, Spirit Guides and Angels, for Cancer. Now, Cancer, remember, if at any time you would like a personal reading for your particular circumstances, reach out. I do online readings. It doesn't matter where you're from. We can make it happen for you. All right, thank you. Here we go. There is a beautiful theme here of following your heart. I like that. So in those moments where you feel like you're having a little bit of wobble moments, typically that can happen at night time when we're trying to sleep and our mind is going a little bit overactive. Spirit is saying, really be mindful of where you are focused. Are you problem focused or solution focused, my friends? So to get the most out of your current situation and preparing and planning, again, think about the ultimate outcome that you're hoping to achieve, and then the steps you need to get yourself there, rather than looping and just thinking about the problem. So let go of the negative feelings, let go of the disappointments, regrets, anything that's sort of keeping you stuck in a looping pattern. It's time to let that go. Raise your thoughts, raise your energy to the bigger picture, and it very quickly you'll find the fear and the more toxic thoughts just start to dissipate. Yeah. The next card, Divine Guidance, is all about you seeking a mentor, spiritual guidance, advice, the meaning of life. Where is your purpose? This is where you're at and where you're you're focused. So sometimes we need to, in the search of something more meaningful and greater, we look for teachers, we look for people that we aspire to be like, or we know can offer us some expertise in an area that we don't have. So I feel that, as we started at the beginning of the reading with angel whispers, now's the time to really check in with your spirit guides and your angels for their support and their guidance. Keep your senses attuned and aware for what else and some other perspectives that perhaps you're struggling to see at the moment. It's another reminder about following your heart here with the Queen of Raphael. And there is, in this beautiful season where we celebrate Christmas and many other lovely things at this time of the year where we can feel gratitude, there is a focus on generosity, compassion, being with family, giving. And the Queen of Raphael, she's all of that. She's kind, she's understanding. This is you, Cancer. This is you spreading your joy and your love with other people and demonstrating that. It's also you being very empathic and understanding of others. It's you being highly intuitive, so trusting your senses around something, following your heart, taking action where you feel you're being guided to as well. Yes, lovely. Now you can trust those feelings, those gut feelings, and if something is urging you to pick up the phone or to do something for someone, I feel like your spirit guides are saying, yes, listen to that. Well, another lovely confirmation for this time of the year is celebrating for what is, and celebrating with family and friends. The Four of Gabrielle here, there's a beautiful emphasis on home, connections with others, feeling the love of being with the people that matter to you. There's also a sense of feeling secure and abundant in your life, feeling that stability, which is beautiful. So with all of this lovely energy, it's so important that we manage our mind and our thoughts and we focus on the things that lift us. Being in a place of gratitude is what's coming out in your reading here as well, and letting go of things that don't serve you. So things that are troubling you, do they really matter? Is there any evidence to say that something is real? Get into that space of progressing yourself and being more optimistic, being grateful for what is, and letting go of the things that you can't control. Yeah, beautiful. Okay. Oh, I just about tipped my tea. Okay, a couple of cards from the Guardian Tarot. Thank you very much, Spirit Guides and Angels, for Cancer. Yeah, it's kind of following a similar theme here about being in that quiet place of reflection, which you are at the moment. You've accomplished a great deal in your life, and particularly in this year. So we've got the review and contemplation card here, taking time out to sort of think things through, and definitely for the purpose of acknowledging your accomplishments. The things that you have done this year, I'm sure, have been quite intense and quite big, quite transformative. So now that you have seen what you have achieved and what you're capable of doing, Cancer, what's next? And this is how you can incorporate these questions into your planning and preparation. What is it that you have learned from this past year, for instance, that has been such a valuable thing for you to know about yourself, that now that you want to take that learning and apply it going forward? What's the next step for you in terms of your personal growth and improvement? So think in terms of your life purpose. Where are your strengths, your natural gifts, and where are they guiding you? Think about your heart space. What feels right for you? This is not so much a head decision, but a heart decision. So tuning into that. And really, sometimes it's a really good thing is to not be so conventional. Thinking outside the dots and really looking at how you can be your most authentic self, Cancer. Yeah. So it seems that you've got some decisions to make. An important decision that's been, you've been putting it off for a while, and that's what you've been worrying about at night time, things that you have been mulling over, Cancer. So it's likely you know what you're supposed to do, but you've just been putting it off. So what are you procrastinating about, Cancer? Is it because you don't want to upset someone? Usually the longer we delay it, the more pain we give ourselves. So if there's a conversation that needs to be had, now's the time to do it, Cancer. Don't delay, but look at how you can get some spiritual guidance to help support you with this conversation or this thing that you've been procrastinating and putting off. Yeah. So ask heaven for guidance, ask for that spiritual guidance, and then make the choice that's been sitting on your heart and feels right to you. Okay, a few cards from the Fairy Tarot deck here. It is an excellent time to reward yourself, Cancer, for all of your hard work and dedication. This is about cherishing time and nourishing you. Cherishing your time to be alone and nourishing you and doing something special for yourself. Well, why not, Cancer? Because you do so much for everyone else. So even more reason to take that time out, not just to self-reflect, but to do you and take care of you for a little while. Yes, and back to those feelings of enjoying being with family, the people you care about. We've got the 10 of Summer, which is the same as the 10 of Cups. It's really feeling emotionally fulfilled in your life, feeling the gratitude and the love. And that's also because you've switched your attention to now your heart space and not the head that's worrying. And you are looking at the things that you are grateful for and how to fill your cup so that you can help fill the cup of others. Yeah, you're certainly someone that can be trusted. People rely on you, Cancer, and that's one of your beautiful gifts. And you're also seeing that in other people. All right, let's get this reading finished up now with a few cards from the Light Seer Tarot deck for Cancer. December, January. Thank you, Spirit Guides and Angels. What do they need to know? More of the same. Four of Wands has come out again, celebrating, especially being around the home environment, really enjoying yourself and bringing together a bit of a playful attitude to what you're doing right now and enjoying being you. So celebrating, having fun, being social. It's a great time of the year to do that. It helps us to relax and open ourselves to manifesting things, gives us a little bit of time out from our mental thoughts as well. So I love that energy. And also for Cancer, yes, I can see beautiful things happening around you, and as I said, filling your cup. The Ace of Cups, of course, is really prioritizing that heart space, compassion, self-compassion, generosity for yourself first and then others. It's that time of the year, but Cancer, you do this so well. You are so caring. And yes, we know it's a busy time, so manage your time well and decide what's important to act on and what isn't. And I feel that you'll get through to the end of this year and the start of a new year in a really good form. Perhaps, Cancer, this reading has been helpful to you and you may like to re-watch it. If you have enjoyed this reading, I'm pleased about that. Let me know. Hit that like button, and if you haven't subscribed to my channel, I invite you to do so. In the meantime, Cancer, have a beautiful rest of this month. Have a beautiful holiday season. Be well, stay safe, and I look forward to seeing you next time. Bye now.